right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So let's start off. So here is our original map. For those of you who've been sticking through, you've been here for the past several weeks and you've seen we have gone from these 32 states in green down to these 4 states. Now, the 4 remaining states are good old Idaho, got Potato Land, we got South Dakota, still a little ticked off. They eliminated Arizona last week, my home state. Gonna shed a tear for them. We got Illinois, the birth of most of my elderly generation family, and we have Florida, man. So today we're gonna dive in. The 2 that win move on to the finals next week, and the 2 that lose, don't count them out just yet, because they will compete next week for our bronze or 3rd place match. So as always, let's just dive right in. Florida versus Illinois.
3, 2, 1, go!
Idaho versus South Dakota.
3, 2, 1, go!
As always, ladies and gentlemen, we had some wild matches today. So Potato Land and Illinois have been eliminated, which means next week in our finale for the bracket rounds, we are going to see South Dakota battle it out with Florida Man for the #1 spot on the bracket side. That winner will then go on to face our extra state winner, and we'll get into that a little later. Now, if you were an Illinois or an Idaho fan, don't cry just yet, because you'll get to see both of them battle it out one last time to see who's going to take that 3rd place spot. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, because up next, we're going to see our 2 remaining extra state rounds. So, yeah, stick around for that. All right, everyone. Hey, so a long time no see. So you should have just finished watching the semifinals for the brackets. Now let's jump into the extra state matches. So as you know, here in America, no state gets left behind. So all those states that we couldn't do in the brackets, let's do here. So you can see we have 18 states colored in yellow, orange, and pink. Last week's match was the yellow states. This week, we are going to be focusing on these, the ones in orange. So we have Nevada, we have Kansas, we have Nebraska, we have Wisconsin, South Carolina, and New York. So let's dive right in and let's see which of these 2 are going to move on to our extra state semifinals next week. Wisconsin versus Nevada versus South Carolina versus Nebraska versus New York versus Kansas.
3, 2, 1, go!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was a crazy round as always, but unfortunately, Nevada, Kansas, Nebraska, and New York have been eliminated, which means next week, Wisconsin and South Carolina are going to be moving on to face off in the semifinals for our extra state round. So stay tuned for extra round 3 coming up now. Now, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, we already saw our big map. We are now in extra state round 3. So let's see which of these 6 states are going to move on with the 4 others that have already won. And yeah, so we have New Mexico, Oklahoma, Iowa, Indiana, and then Vermont and New Hampshire, the little ones up there in the top right. So let's just dive right in and see who's going to make it on to next week's round. Vermont versus New Hampshire versus Oklahoma versus Iowa versus New Mexico versus Indiana.
3, 2, 1, go!
Crazy matches as always, ladies and gentlemen. So unfortunately, Vermont, New Hampshire, Indiana, and New Mexico have been eliminated. Iowa and Oklahoma, they are moving on to our semifinal round with these states right here. So as you can see, Utah, Oklahoma, Iowa, Wisconsin, Tennessee, and South Carolina are moving on to next week's round. Now, the winner of next week's round faces the winner of our bracket tournament for the grand finale. The states in red, unfortunately, you've been eliminated. There's always another video down the road. So stay tuned next week for the final of the extra states, and stay tuned after that for our grand finale. Stay beautiful, Americans. Peace.